Children should be protected from abuse. No parent would argue that. But what happens when a child is mistakenly identified as an abuse victim? That's the focus of an NBC News investigation, and Channel 2's Bill Barajas has more on what happened to one local family.
Well, child abuse is a big problem in this country, and we're no different here locally. Most times, doctors are the first to spot signs of child abuse, but what if those doctors were wrong? It's their word versus yours, and in some cases, families are torn apart.
Do you want your llama cookie? Yeah. Okay.
It's snack time in the Hermann household. There are laughs.
Can I have some? I want some.
A few fits, but most importantly, lots of love. This party of five is what most would consider a normal family unit.
You have football, you have music.
But in May of 2016, everything nearly changed. Tristan, now almost 4 years old, was just 4 months old when his father realized something was wrong with him. He was limp.
I had absolutely no idea what happened. All I know is I woke up and I found my son completely unresponsive.
Tristan was taken to Children's Memorial Hermann Hospital, where he was seen by a series of specialists.
Tristan's treating neurosurgeon had come in and told us that he had a tiny brain bleed that was caused by birth injury. Not to worry, that it would resolve itself in 48 to 72 hours and that we were going to go home.
But before Anne-Marie and Tim could take Tristan home, they had to meet with what's known as a child abuse pediatrician, or CAP, a doctor responsible for spotting signs of child abuse. And this particular CAP accused him of causing Tristan's injuries by shaking him.
Essentially, what happened in Tristan's case is the doctor made the recommendation to CPS that this was abuse.
CPS got involved, and Tristan was taken from his parents and placed with his grandparents, while the Timmermans tried to clear their name. They hired family law attorney Dennis Slayton, who says child abuse pediatricians came about 15 years ago and are now in almost every major hospital.
The actual act of being a child abuse pediatrician is really less about being a medical doctor and more about studying the social sciences of kind of statistical studies of other injuries that have happened in hospitals around the world, and the likelihood that this particular injury, based upon this particular set of social factors, based upon what the parent's story is as how the injury happened, they then spit out some percentage.
The Timmermans went to court. Anne-Marie was given custody of Tristan 2 months later. She had to supervise Tim for another 4 months, but finally they were a family again.
We were so close to losing him. We were close to losing our family, our house, our cars. We had to liquidate our savings accounts. We spent $200,000 just to save our family.
All because they say somebody made an unfair assessment, someone they had just met.
These doctors need checks and balances on them. These doctors need to be held to a higher standard than they currently are.
And the Timmermans will take their fight to the Texas legislature. They will meet with legislators next week for a special hearing to see if second opinions will be allowed in these cases. For more on child abuse pediatricians, their jobs, and their effects on families, make sure to tune in to NBC's Nightly News with Lester Holt. Bill Barajas, KPRC, Channel 2 News.